As we commemorate Women's History Month, we reflect on women's pivotal role in shaping the labor movement and advancing equity and inclusion in the workforce. Women were excluded from the labor movement for far too long until it became clear that progress could only be achieved when all voices were heard and valued. Moments of upheaval have often served as catalysts for women to organize and advocate for change. Take, for instance, the suffrage movement and the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire tragedy of 1911, which claimed the lives of 146 primarily young immigrant women in New York. These events galvanized women to mobilize for safer working conditions and the right to vote, ultimately leading to the passage of the 19th Amendment and increased union membership. Similarly, the wave of women entering the workforce during and after the World War II and the women's liberation movement in the late 1960s and 70s paved the way for significant advancements in women's rights and workplace equality. These pivotal movements changed the course of women's involvement in the workforce, helping to pass equal pay legislation and propel women into leadership roles across various industries. As we celebrate the contributions of visionary leaders like Ai-jen Poo, Lorena Gonzalez Fletcher, and Dolores Huerta, we recognize that women have not only helped rewrite the history of unions, but they are also paving the way for the future. Ai-jen Poo has revolutionized the landscape for domestic workers, leading the National Domestic Workers Alliance and advocating for policy reforms to protect vulnerable workers. Similarly, Lorena Gonzalez Fletcher has blazed trails as the first woman and person of color to serve as chief officer of the California Labor Federation, championing landmark laws on paid sick leave and farm worker protections. Dolores Huerta, co-founder of the United Farm Workers Association, has dedicated her life to advancing farm workers' rights and the Chicano civil rights movement, leaving an indelible mark on history. According to an article in the 19th, studies have shown that unionization benefits women more than men, eliminating factors that fuel pay disparity and empowering women in negotiations for fair pay and benefits. As we move forward, it is critical to continue to have women represented at all levels of union activity, ensuring that their voices are heard and valued, and shaping a more equitable and inclusive workforce for all. In commemorating Women's History Month, let us honor women's pivotal role in shaping the labor movement and driving progress towards equity and inclusion in the workforce. In solidarity, Brianna, Janelle, and Rob.